What many aren't in awe of, though, is what's in fact happened in India's top court. The Supreme Court of India was hearing the arguments in a plea seeking legal validation of same-sex marriages in India. And that is when, interestingly, the Indian government decided to come out in opposition of the idea of giving legal validation to gay marriages. The question is why? Now, the government says that heterosexual marriages, or a marriage between a man and a woman, have been the norm throughout history. And any divergence from it may in fact hurt the sentiments of the society and also the values of the country. The government has also said that while homosexuality has been decriminalized in India, it by no means has been legitimized. This is what the government contends, and our next report gets you more details.
It is one of those things you don't talk about openly in India, at least not in most cases. So it was branded almost revolutionary when India's top court decriminalized homosexuality in India. In 2018, the Supreme Court of India revoked Article 377. It's been 5 years since. And in these years, the focus shifted to the path ahead, to the question of what's next. Now that homosexuality is decriminalized, is marriage the next and obvious stepping stone? Will gay couples finally have the state's blessing in marriage? All hopes were once again pinned on the top court. The Supreme Court of India was hearing the arguments on a plea seeking legal validation of same-sex marriages in India. To some people's surprise, the government of India said gay marriage cannot be legalized in India. Why? The government has its explanation. It said, and I quote, "The Parliament has designed and framed the marriage laws in the country, which are governed by the person laws, codified laws relatable to customs of various religious communities, to recognize only the union of a man and a woman to be capable of legal sanction, and thereby claim legal and statutory rights and consequences." Basically, what the government is saying is that the top court should not give a legal stamp to gay marriages. One, it will be against the law framed by the parliament. And two, it will be against the religious ethos of the country. Now, we are not getting into the right and wrong here, just stating what transpired in the court this morning. There's no doubt that religion is a powerful element of social consciousness in India. There's also no doubt that there is no scope for homosexual unions in any religion. Which explains why the government of India told the top court that in India, laws concerning adoption, rape, dowry prohibition, maintenance also have no provision for homosexual marriages. Because these laws clearly use the terms husband and wife. But here's a question: can't laws be changed? After all, religious texts were written centuries ago. Some laws, too, are decades old, if not more. The society then and now look very different. So, shouldn't laws change to remain relevant? In an ideal world, yes, but implementing the ideal becomes impossible in most countries and societies, whose foundations have been built on marriage, and where religion remains a powerful social instrument. Sure, some countries have been able to legalize marriage, the United States and the United Kingdoms of this world, but these also happen to be the countries that are moving away from the church with every passing day. India is very different. It is unlike the West, unlike Canada or China, where if Xi Jinping had his way, the country would be officially atheist, with no identity but Chinese. And yet China opposes homosexual marriages. Most countries do. Only 32 allow homosexual marriages. The government of India does not want India to be one of them. In its submission before the court, the government, time and again, refers to the societal ethos, the values of the country, even public acceptance. Whether it is right or wrong is a story for another day.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.